Why crypto keeps going down. Most people have lost all of their money. Why is it going down? Who's selling? Let me tell you why it's going down.
So because of the potential threat from ICP, this guy says, P.S. Who the heck is building on ICP? And Dominic Williams responds, SUI is a fake market with the entire purpose of this channel is to make life-changing returns. So we focus on early stage undiscovered assets and we think about what could possibly come next for these undiscovered assets. That's the key word, undiscovered. You can't make life-changing returns if the whole world's already discovered how valuable the asset is. If you're early, you make life-changing returns. So let's dive into what is going on with the price action for ICP. Here's the crypto total market cap excluding top 10 dominance. We had a meltdown on October 10 and the market has since flatlined. That looks identical to the price action of ICP. Meltdown on October 10, flatline, looks identical to the price of Bitcoin. Meltdown, flatline, chop. So the entire crypto market is chopping around. That explains the price action. What comes next? Let's hear from Andrew Tate. Obviously super polarizing, but whether you like someone or not has nothing to do with whether or not they can share a little bit of insights into how markets work in the future. I heard this week and just wanted to share it with you because it is a very interesting perspective.
Why crypto keeps going down. Because all of you are analyzing the market, saying, why is it going down? Who's selling? Who's the bear? I've looked at the angles on the chart and I don't know why it's still going down. Let me tell you why it's going down. It's going down because you think it won't. So everyone's max longing. Because the market's become super volatile, most people have lost all of their money, so everyone's like, well, it can't go any lower. Let me just borrow some money, and let me max long and make it all back in one trade. Let me tell you a secret of the universe. Everything can always get worse. It can always get worse. The price can always go lower. The more you believe that the price isn't going to dump, so you should borrow a bunch of money to max long because we're at the bottom. The more you believe this is a sure thing, it's going to be fine, the more you are. It can always get worse. And it will continue to get worse until all of the optimism is gone, until all the longs have stopped being placed, till everyone's out of money, till nobody's going to profit. And once that is in place, once nobody is going to make it all back with one trade, once everybody's lost all their money, then we go to all-time high. That's the way the universe works.
So it is a very interesting concept, and it actually has been pretty accurate historically. We saw people make life-changing returns in 2017, in 2021. Why? Because no one was in the market back then. No one was in the market in 2020. No one was in the market in 2016. Everyone was surprised. They saw assets absolutely skyrocket in these bull markets. So what's it going to take, realistically, to get a massive bull market again? Very few people are going to be in the market. So currently what we're seeing is a systematic wipeout of all leverage and all hope realistically. That's the psychology of these markets. Remember, no one was in Cardano back here. It did a 100x right after that. So if you had billions or trillions of dollars to play with, obviously you'd be more ethical than a lot of these market manipulators, but it's very easy for them to manipulate pumps. They rely on retail traders to have instincts that cause them to make the wrong decisions. It is a casino. That's what the stock market is. And the casino owners, their only tool, their only weapon is human nature. They know most humans, the vast majority, are going to sell at the wrong time and buy at the wrong time. That's how they make an absolute fortune, right? And they know people panic sell. They know people take leverage. So they spike the market down like we saw here. Everyone panics. Everyone gets out. Just like Bitcoin back here, March 2020. And then obviously it went from 3K to 69K because government prints a lot of money. But it's very, very, very easy to manipulate retail traders. And so the only way to really make life-changing returns is to have conviction, maybe stake your assets for passive income, and stay on top of the fundamentals. So let's stay on top of the actual fundamentals. Because if we can be in the assets that are the highest quality heading into an eventual massive bull run like we've always seen, then obviously we can make life-changing returns. So what are the highest quality assets on the planet? Well, these are the top 10 ecosystems by new developers in 2025. We have Ethereum, I don't think this is fair because it's combining Coinbase's blockchain base, Arbitrum, which Robinhood is building on, Optimism, every single layer 2 on the planet. Layer 2s don't pay Ethereum that much money, so it's not really fair to say Ethereum has all these developers, but that's what this chart is saying. Solana doing very well. Bitcoin doing very well. Polygon doing very well. Bitcoin Stacks doing very well. SUI up next. Then the Internet Computer beating BNB Chain, beating Stellar, beating Aptos. Internet Computer and those top 4 or 5 assets are beating 99.999% of other layer 1 blockchains in terms of development activity, right? So these are the top blockchains in terms of development, in terms of building, in terms of capital being put to work. Here's what Dominic Williams, the head of the Internet Computer, says. Once Caffeine AI users can push their app's code to GitHub, ICP will absolutely dominate these stats. The feature is coming. So this doesn't even pick up development activity from Caffeine AI, which is a self-writing internet. So people can just chat to Caffeine AI and create applications. And so he's saying, based on the activity he's seeing, ICP would be number 1 on this chart. The only reason this chart isn't showing ICP winning, because there isn't even a feature to read ICP development activity currently, because ICP development activity isn't being picked up by GitHub. This chart is picking up data from GitHub. So obviously it's one of the highest quality blockchains on the planet. It's so good that we're getting shade thrown at it by the head of SUI, Raoul Pal's favorite blockchain. SUI is Raoul Pal's favorite blockchain. He sits on the board of SUI. So in response to this chart, we have one of the leaders at SUI saying, in just 2 years, SUI dev growth is outpacing chains that have been here for much longer, higher. So it is true. Currently, SUI is beating 99% of blockchains. ICP is neck and neck with it. So because of the potential threat from ICP, this guy says, P.S., who the heck is building on ICP? And Dominic Williams responds super aggressively, saying, real people. At least we're not backed by shady Middle Eastern money that supports our price with treasury games. SUI is a fake market with paid developers. Take away your backing and you're not much. So that is Dominic Williams' take on what is taking place on SUI. SUI is very interesting because I don't actually know anyone building on it. I know Solana has a big ecosystem. Don't know much about SUI. ICP is saying it's all just Middle Eastern money, treasury games, pumping it up artificially. Dominic Williams is saying ICP has organic growth. And what he's saying is, what he's seeing is, it's the number 1 development blockchain by far when it comes to the Caffeine AI users that are currently not factored into that chart, right? So we have a battle being waged between these layer 1s. And so just wanted to share with you first the price action, totally and utterly meaningless. And we always reach a place of maximum pain before any bull market. That is how markets work. So if you're super discouraged, everyone has been super discouraged who's ever made life-changing returns in crypto. Every retail trader has had to deal with immense pain, max pain, before making life-changing returns. That's what happened to early investors of Bitcoin, massive volatility. That's what happened to anyone who invested before the 2021 bull market or 2017 bull market in these undiscovered assets. Now we're just dealing with the same thing, maximum pain. The market's bigger, so it requires more max pain to shake out people. But we have ICP beating 99% of blockchains. We have other strong communities. We have beef between SUI and ICP. Dominic Williams has a lot to say about SUI. He also has a lot to say about the power of the ICP community. We have real people building on it. And he's saying it's the number 1 developed blockchain on the planet when you factor in Caffeine AI. We are so early, but if we're beating 99% of blockchains, the future is very bright. So just wanted to share with you an update on the price action of ICP, the technology, what the leader is saying. And wanted to give you an update on WAGMI. This is our community meme coin. We're building up a meme coin on Solana. We want to use Caffeine AI to create apps on ICP for the total value locked we are creating on Solana. It's a lot easier to build up a tidal wave of liquidity on Solana than it is on ICP currently. So we're bringing that external liquidity over to ICP. That is the ultimate mission. Again, this is my way of doing it. We have community revenues going towards buying back the WAGMI token. We see an unbelievable flywheel of upward price action. There's no insiders dumping. This is unlike any crypto project on the planet. That's why the price action is super strong. And the ultimate goal is to integrate it with ICP. And so I really appreciate you. I really appreciate the ICP community, the enormous, smart ICP community. Thank you for watching.